Namaste, my friends. Welcome to Shima Flow Yoga. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. And if it's your first time visiting the channel, make sure you check it out. I've got a ton of yoga videos ranging from the very beginner to a more intermediate, fast-paced practice. We have some meditation, some cooking videos, and a lot more to come. So if you click the subscribe button, you'll be notified right away of new videos that are released. So today's practice is yoga for anxiety and depression. And millions of people suffer from anxiety or depression, and oftentimes both. They go hand in hand. So we're going to really focus on some postures today to help bring up more feelings of happiness, to lift your spirits, and just to make you feel better overall. There was a Japanese study done in 2014 that showed 12 weeks of consistent yoga can significantly reduce the effects of anxiety and depression. So let's explore this together. This is a very quick but effective practice. Grab your yoga mat and let's find your happy place. Okay, so we're going to start it in a seated position. Bruno has decided to join us today along for this practice. So if you have a furry friend, maybe bring your furry friend over as well. We can all practice together. So we're going to start in a seated position, and let's go ahead and start to sit up tall, okay? And close your eyes. So one of the first signs of relaxation is closing your eyes. So as we close our eyes, we're able to just begin to tune into that relaxation process, right? That reduction of those feelings of anxiety. And we're going to start to become aware of our breath. So a natural, easy breath in and out of your nose. And right now, as you're breathing, notice your thoughts, whatever thought's going on. If it's a negative thought, first replace that negative thought with a positive one. And then allow that positive thought to move on and clear your mind. Come back to noticing your breath. And repeat that same process. Notice your thoughts. If it's negative, replace it with a positive. And then send that thought on its way. Returning to the sensation of your breath. All right, let's start to open the eyes very gently. And we're going to come into child's pose. So we're going to come onto the knees, right? And sit all the way back onto the heels. And just begin to fold forward. We're going to do extended child's pose. We're not going to stay here too long. We're going to extend the arms out from the shoulders and bring your hands just a little wider than the width of your shoulders. You want to spread your hands, your fingers, so that they kind of resemble starfish. And then just firmly press down into the mat with your hands. We're going to rise up, our first pose, downward facing dog. So come up on your knees, tuck your toes under. You're going to lift the knees, lift the hips. Now feel the weight in your hands as you push your body away from your hands. Relax the head down so you're now looking right between your legs, and you can even take that gaze up to your navel if it feels good, to the back of the neck. We're going to gently draw the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the belly in. Lift your tailbone up higher. It's just a small movement here. Press your heels down deeper. Now, if you need to, if you're real tight in the back of the body, you're going to bend your knees a little bit, okay? If you're feeling like you're rounding, okay, just like this, bend your knees a little bit so you can sink that chest a little bit deeper. And then just begin to come back to your breath. And at any time, this pose the more you practice, the longer you can hold it. It really does build up the strength in your upper body. So at any time, if you're feeling you need just a little bit of a break, you're going to just come right back down, drop your knees. You can stay right here. You can sit all the way back, come to child's pose, whatever is going to work best for you. Okay, so we're just going to hold right here. So this pose, downward facing dog, you can feel that wonderful stretch through the back of the legs. But this pose helps to reduce anxiety and creates a lot of energy. So it helps you feel much more energized in your body. If you want to, you can sway your hips kind of side to side. Feel that length start to build in the back of the legs. You can also alternate heel presses down. Press one heel down, lift the opposite one up, and then switch sides. This feels good through the calves. Again, still pushing away through the hands, melting your heart or moving your heart kind of towards your ankles. Just relax. Feels good to move the head side to side. Good. Let's take one more breath in. And now on the exhale, we're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Okay, into a standing forward fold. And then slowly, let's just rise up to a standing position. So just a slight bend in your knees here. You're going to stand up, root down through your feet. So your feet are nice and strong. All four corners of your feet are rooting. And your toes are kind of relaxed here. And then we're going to slowly rise up as you come up. Let's stretch the arms above the head. Full stretch up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Okay, so we're going to turn and face the long edge of the mat now. We're going to bring our feet wingspan. So wingspan is when you bring your arms out and you point your fingers down. Your feet are going to be just about as wide as your hands, okay? Let's take a deep inhale and reach the arms up. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward into this wide-legged forward fold, also known as Prasarita Padottanasana. Now hands are on the ground, okay? Or maybe they're up a little bit higher, depending on that flexibility. You're going to inhale and just lift up halfway. Create a nice flat back. Take the gaze slightly forward. Pull your belly in. And then exhale and fold down. Drop your head. Press your hands down. You can take your hands around your legs to pull yourself in. You can place your hands on your mat, push down and forward, but just relax right here in the straddle forward bend. And this really helps to calm jittery nerves, to reduce stress. Find your breath. Allow your head to be heavy. Maybe gently draw the shoulders away from the ears. Also, if you're not quite reaching the floor, you can grab, if you have a block, you can grab a block and place it under your hands to bring the floor up a little bit higher towards you. Take one more breath in. And we're going to exhale, and we're going to walk the hands back towards your front foot, and then just drop the knees down, okay? We're going to come into a seated position. So we're going to swing the legs out right in front, okay? And in this position as well, if you need to elevate your hips a little bit, if you're tighter through the back of your body, number one, you can bend your knees, and the second thing you can do, you can grab a blanket, roll it up. If you have like a bolster, roll it up, or even like a meditation cushion, roll it up, sit on that, your block, and then you can fold forward. It just kind of helps to elevate your hips a little bit. So we're going to inhale and take a deep breath in. Good, and then exhale, fold forward. Okay, so same thing here in this seated forward fold. You want to reach as far as you can. If you can't grab under your feet, that's okay. If you have a small towel or a yoga strap, you can just wrap it right around your feet, and this gives you kind of length to your arms, and we're going to pull ourselves in. So let's first lift up halfway, inhale, and then exhale. Go ahead and fold down. Shoulders come back. Again, this pose is great for relieving anxiety, but also creating that flow of energy, which can help elevate your mood and make you feel happier. Keep pulling in a little bit deeper. And you want to practice with the exhale. So the inhale, think about lengthening your heart and crown of the head forward towards your feet. And then on the exhale, think about lowering your belly and your chest down closer towards your thighs. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold deeper. And as you're holding this pose, notice what you're feeling in your body. This wonderful stretch, the muscles getting lengthened. All right, let's rise up, sit up nice and tall. Float your arms up towards the sky. You're just gonna reach up, reach to those fingertips, get that nice stretch, waking up the body. And then exhale, go ahead and bring your hands down. All right, so we're gonna take it into a reclined position. The next pose we're coming into is bridge pose. So as you come onto your back, bend your knees, walking your heels in towards your hips so that your ankles are under the knees. Arms come to the side. Okay, again, so remember how I mentioned all four corners, right, in that standing position? Let's do the same thing here through our feet. So pressing through all four corners of your feet. Relax your toes, okay? Hands to your sides. You're gonna push into your feet to lift the hips, okay? As you slowly lift your hips up. Then from here, we're gonna walk the shoulders in a little bit, create a little bit more openness in the chest, and then bring the arms down to your side, okay? From here, if you want, you can interlace your fingers. You might need to walk those shoulders in a little bit more. And then imagine you're squeezing a block between your inner thighs. We're gonna create some strength through the inner thighs. Again, come back to your feet, toes are relaxed, pressing through. So this bridge pose will calm our nervous system and just relax the mind. And again, a really good practice is anytime you have a negative thought, as soon as you're aware of that, immediately replace it with a positive one. Good, keep pressing through. So if you want a little bit of support in your bridge, you can do a supported bridge. You can take a block and place it under your sacrum, right? Or a little bit higher, you can place your hands underneath your hips, and this will help get you a little bit more lift while supporting your bridge. Just taking a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale and exhale, release. Okay, so draw the knees into your chest. You know what, I'm gonna grab my block right here because this next pose we're doing, shoulder stand, it's an inversion. Can be done with a block if you don't want to come into the full expression of this pose. So we're gonna start with legs to ceiling. So this will be the first place we come to, and this is fine if you stay right here in this pose, okay, legs to ceiling. And then from here, if you want to go a little bit higher, you're going to take this block, you're going to lift up the hips, and we're going to slide it right underneath the sacrum, right? That lower part of that spine. And this will have a nice elevation here, okay? And then finally, to come fully into shoulder stand, okay? You're going to lift the hips, place your hands on the lower back, kind of walk your elbows in, your shoulders in a little bit, and then lift the legs up. So bringing the feet above the head, it's very calming. Can reduce stress, it calms irritability, and helps to balance our emotions. Just find your breath, be active through your legs, press through your feet. This action through my foot right now is we press to the ball mounds of the feet and then flex the toes back and spread them. It's called Padmapada or lotus foot. Just brings a little bit more energy and strength into the pose. Continue to breathe. If you feel it challenging to breathe, draw your chin away from your chest a little bit. This pose also is good if you have trouble sleeping. It can help relieve mild insomnia. Very good at relieving depression. We're going to take the feet behind the head and come right into plow pose. You can support your back with your hands or bring your arms out to the sides. Notice that wonderful sensation through the back of your body, getting a full spinal stretch. Good. Let's take one more breath in. And we're going to slowly release out. Use your hands to guide you. Bend the knees, bring them into your chest, and then extend your legs out to the corners of your mat. We're going to move into our final resting pose of Shavasana. So allow your arms to relax to your sides, turn your palms up, and come to your breath. See if you can be as relaxed as possible. Just hanging out here in the present moment, sensation of breath. Okay, we're going to start to come out of Shavasana now, but if you want to stay longer, press pause now and hang out in this position as long as you need to. We're going to bend the knees and roll over to either your right or your left side, whichever feels most natural in this moment. And keep your eyes closed. Let's slowly just rise up to a seated position. And we're going to bring the hands to the heart center. And coming back again to this present moment, creating space between your thoughts. Starting to practice replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. Let's take a deep breath in and reach the arms above the head, full stretch up. Join the palms, exhale. Bring those hands back to your heart. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me today. Just know that you're not alone in your struggles of anxiety or depression. And keep coming back to this video. Try it every day as much as you can and notice the changes that you see within yourself. Also, check out, I have a 28-day meditation series, and every single day has a different positive affirmation or mantra that you can follow. I think there's a link up here or somewhere that will take you there. But it's 28 days, a different affirmation every day, and it's only 5 minutes, so it's totally obtainable, and that will truly help you find happiness within yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, press like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you very soon. Namaste.